Hey guys, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. I am your astrologer, Jamie Magee, and today we are going to be taking a look at the astrology for June 3rd through the 9th. I do hope you guys are having a great week out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. It definitely means a lot to me. Okay, so let's talk about the week ahead. Now, we do not have a lot of transits this week, but I do feel like these are always the weeks that sort of sneak up on us or catch us a little bit off guard. It's kind of like that phase right after a big party or a big event or the end of the season. When you're in that cleanup stage, packing up, looking back so you can look ahead, it's where our emotions, our revelations, our ideas, our lessons all kind of collide in at once. And we find that we either have to take the information that we have now and go back and revise something, or take the information we have now and run forward. If not, do both of those things at the same time. So, depending on how your party went, this week could feel mild or tense or a little bit of both, depending on what day. All right, so let's talk about why. All right, so this week we have Mercury, who is going to move forward. He's going to station direct. Now, anytime Mercury goes backwards or forwards, to me, it always reminds me of a train shifting tracks. It's a little bumpy, it's a little chaotic, but once you start flowing, everything, unfolds the way it should. We just have to get through that bumpy little bit of communication or that little bit of a chaotic feeling as it moves directions. So kind of be on the lookout for that. And this week we also have Saturn, the time master, stationing retrograde, which is the opposite of what Mercury is going to do. So we have forward motion and now we have retrograde motion. Now, Saturn is going to ask you to pause and reflect and think back on actions that you've taken around a particular story that you began in February. He wants you to fortify these things. He wants you to make sure that they are timeless, that they're going to support you in the short term and the long term. Now, this story is something that you're going to work on until October. That's when you're going to be ready to relaunch it. So the urgency is not there, but what could feel frustrating is it's almost like a stall, like everything seems to stop around this story. But knowing that it's stalling so you can go back and revise it and benefit yourself in the long run should be helpful. So I want you to keep that in mind if anything feels like the brakes are hit and you can't go forward anymore. The question is, how can you go forward in the coming months? How can you make yourself stronger to do that? Now, this week, we also have the quarter moon. Now, the quarter moon is that space between the new moon, where we set intentions, and the full moon, where we start to see the blossoms and the blooms of the intentions that we set. Now, the quarter moon always reminds us of why we wanted to set those intentions and those goals, the goals that we set with the new moon. Now, sometimes this can come with tension, like, you know what? This is why I'm doing this. I can't handle it anymore. This needs to change so everyone feels more comfortable. Sometimes it can come with motivation or inspiration. Either way, the reminder is there for you to pick up those goals and run with them. You don't want them to deflate. You don't want them to disappear. You want to take action when you see the opportunity to work with them this week. All right, guys, with that being said, let's get ready to dive into the signs and talk about how you can work with this energy. Now, please remember to listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of how you can work with it. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, Leo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Leo, your top 3 focuses for this week are going to be: 1, pausing and preparing to revisit or restructure one-on-one partnerships or contracts that you have right now. 2, moving forward with communications or plans around your reputation and your dreams, and definitely those who are there to support them. 3, taking action on goals that you set last week around what you're passionate about and how you can use your skills and resources to really support that. Okay, so let's talk about why these are your top 3. Okay, since the beginning of this year, you've been working on finding a lot of solid foundations and structures in your one-to-one contracts or partnerships. And this has definitely impacted your home work-life balance and that overall vitality. Like, how do I really feel about this? Am I able to express myself as uniquely as I want to in this partnership? Now, right now, it's best for you to kind of stop and review everything that you've accomplished to ensure that you're fully supported and this partnership is also fully supported. So that could be frustrating because it's 2 people, it's a lot of back and forth energy, and you're only half of the puzzle. But I think if you take this time and really work with this pause, by the fall, you're going to be ready to move forward stronger than ever, despite any tension that arises right now. Okay, so This week, you should also feel the inspiration or have breakthrough ideas that will help you integrate a lot of revisions that you have around your career, your reputation, just how people know you overall. So this could counteract some of that tension in your partnerships, most definitely. To help push these ideas, you may have to use some of your resources, that self-esteem, or even some actual like money or skills to help move these goals that you have forward. But I do think that if you do that, if you definitely invest in yourself, you're going to find that this is going to help support things that you love unconditionally, something that you're really passionate about. It can be a love affair, creative events, an entrepreneurship, children, all kinds of things that you love unconditionally. I think at the very least, Leo, as you invest and you work with this energies, you're going to see why it is so important for you to make the changes that you're working on now. And that's going to bring a lot of inspiration and creativity about how to work with this energy. All right. I do hope you have a good week, Leo. I look forward to seeing you next time.